We've compared this current war and the way the West looks at it to different times in history. In World War II, would anybody have said in Britain, look, we can't cause this suffering to the Nazis or to the German people who are somehow completely separate from the Nazis if we're going to follow today's logic and apply it to back then? We can't cause the Japanese suffering. All they did was kill a few thousand people in Pearl Harbor. Why do they deserve to suffer? One of the most symbolic parts of October 7th was the attack on the music festival. You've seen the documentary Nova, where they show videos from that festival and from before. It is the kind of thing that these people would attack because it's people having fun, people enjoying music, enjoying a night out, living life. Living life is what Palestinians don't want Jews to do and are willing to die in order to prevent Jews from doing. When Hamas broke down parts of the fence, when people heard about it in Gaza, just civilians marched into Israel, took part in what Hamas was doing. Others, as we saw, were celebrating, were waiting for the hostages. We know that many of the hostages were held by civilians. So when Westerners talk about the suffering of the Palestinians as something we should care about, as something that is Israel's fault, remember the fact that we have educated generations of Palestinians with our tax dollars to want nothing but to murder Jews. And then put it in the context of this war. Some people are saying, okay, Israel has a right to defend itself, but should avoid civilian casualties. They're already doing that. But let's say they went even further, sacrificed even more of their own soldiers, more of their own goals of the war, found terrorists, leaders of Hamas, people who were involved in October 7th, and then left. What is Israel leaving behind? It is leaving behind the society that made it possible, the culture, the ideas that made this the good thing to do. I absolutely think the suffering of Palestinians is a good thing because the more they are suffering, the less of a chance there is that they will want to do this again and again until Israel is annihilated, as Hamas has promised.